Thanks to Gumout for sponsoring a portion of this video.
Does it go?
Oh! What the?
What just happened?
I put it in drive. Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube. Now, unfortunately for my mental health, I do read most of the YouTube comments. I see what you all are saying. When am I going to go back to my roots and buy absolute garbage? And well, this is it right here. This is the world's cheapest AMG that runs that I could find for $1,900. And it's so sad the car has become this. And by I mean I'm going to take it to the car wizard and spend way too much money trying to fix it to save this thing. But before I show this car to the car wizard, I wanted to show you another cheap AMG that I actually bought back. So let's briefly teleport home to see that other new arrival of an old friend of mine, and then we'll come back and dive into this, well, complete basket case. Before I show you the current state of a car from my past, I would like to say thanks to Gumout for sponsoring this portion of this video and tell you about Gumout Regain Complete Fuel System Cleaner. Pouring this bottle into your fuel tank maximizes your vehicle's fuel economy and horsepower by cleaning injectors and removing carbon deposits from gasoline engines. Diminished performance isn't something you would notice right away, as carbon deposits and clogged fuel injections, even with using the highest quality fuel, it happens over time. But if you are starting to notice a little bit or wanting to help prevent harder starts, rough idle, less power, and lower fuel economy, Gumout Regain Complete Fuel System Cleaner has the most advanced cleaning agents available to clean out your engine, and is strong enough to clean at extreme temperatures. Simply pouring Gumout into your fuel tank cleans your entire fuel system, intake valves and ports, as well as in the combustion chamber, where carbon can build up on your piston tops and cylinder heads to keep your car running smooth. Simply put, Gumout maintained vehicles run better and last longer. Use Gumout Regain every 3,000 miles to get the most out of your vehicle. Obviously, I have a lot of high mileage cars with questionable histories that I count on to get me from A to B, and if Gumout can help them, I'm all for it. So thanks to Gumout for sponsoring that part of my video. Now back to my regular content. Yes, I'm so happy to have this 1995 Mercedes C36 AMG back that I bought many years ago, early into my YouTube channel in San Francisco. Drove it to Monterey Car Week, had a great time, and then sold it. Had mixed emotions about selling it too. So I told the buyer, whenever you're ready to sell it, give me first right of refusal, and he did. So I was able to get this thing back, and it is showing a little bit more wear as far as the original paint, some scrapes here and there, but it was maintained well, a lot of things fixed, and now showing 230,000+ miles, and it actually drives really, really nice. Now, I bought this thing from one of the founders of Radwood, Rick Deacon, which at the time, that's the original Radwood sticker in 2017. I made it to the second Radwood. It's just a small little thing, and now it's a huge, massive deal that's been bought out by Haggerty. So how much the world has changed in this era of cars. But value-wise, well, not too much when it comes to the C36. I bought this one, so it's the second cheapest AMG, I guess, for sale, for $3,500. I paid $5,200 for it all those years ago. So a really undervalued car in my opinion, because this is the first post-merger AMG. Before this, AMG was its own independent company, and then they started having a partnership with Mercedes. Eventually, this was the first car after it was bought out by Mercedes and offered officially in showrooms across the US, but there's only like 1,000 of these, maybe 500 in the first year. But despite that, despite the incredible rarity and provenance, how special these are, they're still not worth all that much. Even ones with very low mileage struggle to bring $15,000, which is just absurd in my opinion. Now this car, other than the paint kind of fading, it is holding up pretty well in the interior. You have some chips in the wood, the headliner falling down. So it does need some work in that sense, but mechanically it is very, very good. I bought it back on my show Car Issues on Motor Trend. We did a test with this thing using the old Motor Trend magazine comparison test as far as performance to benchmark against this car. Now that has enough miles to go to the moon, and it was a pretty impressive result. I'll wait for you guys to see that around the end of the year. But now let's go back up to the car wizards with the cheapest AMG, which is in much worse shape. Back up with the SLK, and I certainly think this is a very cute and awesome little car in Mercedes history. When they were first offered, there wasn't an AMG version. You had the 320 and the 230. The 320, which was a normal V6, you could get with a 6-speed manual transmission, which is a rare thing for Mercedes in the US, but you got a fun, cheaper, small convertible, but it was still very, very advanced with the hardtop convertible for year-round fun. But with the AMG version, which came out in this year, it amped everything up. Now, this car actually shared the platform with the Chrysler Crossfire. It was based on the SLK, so the SRT had the same engine, the supercharged V6, but you can see that big old AMG exhaust there, the classic 5-spoke aero wheels, a little spoiler, a lot of fading here, unfortunately. The impact strips have done their job as well, taking impacts. This thing was definitely ridden hard and put away wet, unfortunately. But it's still a car and it still runs, but not all that well. Also, look, the headlamp washers are definitely having a really, really hard time there, unfortunately, and the impact strips. This thing came from Texas. A viewer asked me to save this car, and I certainly am going to try. Mr. Wizard has joined me.
Yes.
Aren't you excited? We're back in the hoopty business here with the SLK 32. You're not?
No.
This is what the people want, hoopties.
I don't.
Oh. It's not always about what you want. You're probably going to be making some money on this thing, but inside, you know, not too. Why are you making the?
I'm just not kind of. Give me a moment here.
Are you trying to ruin the video with the crinkling noise of the water bottle?
No, I'll stop. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, interior does look pretty nice. These were really cool cars back in the day. Of course, it is stone dead.
Well, it's a hoopty, yeah.
Yeah.
Course, yeah.
So can we jump it off? Let's hear this thing run. Yeah, it's the AMG.
It is.
Supercharger.
Supercharged even.
Hiding under here, right?
Yeah.
There she blows.
Mm-hmm.
That's all doing the job. The cobwebs sure aren't, though.
No.
I think this has been sitting for a while.
A long time.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well,
this is good for a Halloween special.
I guess so. First step one, though, is battery. So, can you hook her up to the jump box?
Yes.
All right, let's see if the mystery hoopty will start. We have life, we have blower, we have all the lights. Yeah, it starts.
Sounds kind of loud. Somebody cut the cats on this thing, didn't they?
Think somebody stole the exhaust?
It sounds like it.
Well, if that's why this thing was parked, then I just did really, really well. Here, close the hood.
Throw this in there.
Okay, yeah. The windows work. The top is missing its headliner, but I mean, the dead battery could cause that not to work, so
yeah, very likely.
Not too worried about that. Pull up, yeah, parking brake set. Okay, something to play with there on the top. Does it go? Oh! What the?
What just happened?
I put it in drive.
It sounds.
Shit! It's all shaking.
It sounds like a herd of elephants just walked by. That sounds really bad.
Something exploded.
Holy moly!
I think I may need a push.
I think we need to push this in. It's not going anywhere.
It's not gonna move.
Woo!
Oh. Oh. Doesn't do it in neutral. Okay, that's good. All right.
Well, I'll get my exercise in today.
Yeah. I guess it pushes okay.
I keep hearing that noise.
Yeah, I hear that thump too. What's happening? I'm losing parts? What is that?
I almost stepped on that.
What is it?
Like a bolt, a drive shaft bolt. Ooh.
Okay,
Here, throw that in there.
Oh, well, throw it past me. I don't want to touch it. There. Okay, thank you.
Over your bag there.
All right.
Okay, you'll have to help me push on this turn.
Now I'm starting to smell burning oil.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
It sounds like it's in prime condition.
It's fine. Here, I'll put it in gear and drive it right up onto the lift.
Oh.
No, or not. Jeez. What in the... Holy moly. Valve cover gaskets?
It looks like it's just pouring all over.
Because it's been sitting for probably years.
Oof.
Leaking out of the exhaust and was burning off. Oh, jeez.
Man, I don't know. Where did you get this thing?
Texas.
Texas.
A fan. Apparently he's a fan of mine. Thanks so much. Thank you. All right, here we go.
Well, the last time I pushed a car, I barely made it. And I was breathing like I was going to have a heart attack. But I've been working out.
You have. It shows.
It didn't really wear me out that bad.
Yeah, so hopefully you're in a good mood.
Oh.
I mean, this is a car that deserves a second chance. It's 120,000 miles. It's an AMG. Pretty rare one at that. And it's a Texas car, so it doesn't look like all rusty crusty. New Michelin's on it.
There's nothing leaking over here.
Yeah, we saw the valve cover gaskets were real bad. Is that a nest in the... Oh no, that's just the ball joint.
Spider
Yeah.
ribs. The brakes are half gone, but they're still there. Brakes are okay over here. Yeah, you can see it's been sitting a long time with all the rust that's on the brake rotor.
Mm.
Not seeing anything there.
I do see it still has its catalytic converters.
Yes. And there's a little bit of leak. I think you got valve cover gaskets leaking. That was the smell.
Okay. So just one engine oil leak. It seemed to run just fine.
Yeah, the engine ran okay.
But I think I see my exhaust leak, which...
Oh my.
Did that come off from the noises and things?
Well, this is not broken. It's like they had the nuts and bolts apart.
Okay.
Why did they have... Oh my goodness.
What?
Look at that.
Is that my drive shaft carrier?
Yeah.
And it's unbolted?
Oh, even this is unbolted. Like the whole... What?
That's the rear flex disc going into the differential.
What's going on here?
Well, see...
What's the... It just keeps getting worse.
So there's a axle half shaft that's just out. The other one's leaking.
It's like the bolts were all undone and left that way. Oh. Whoa, that thing won't even turn.
So the diff's locked up?
Very locked up.
And this is, why is this doing that? Is it my fuel, is it my fuel pump? My fuel filter?
They had unlatched it and they just didn't latch it back up.
So it looks like somebody had a problem. They took it to a shop. They tore things apart to find out probably the diff was locked up, and they just said, stop.
No more, stop, push it outside.
And they didn't even bother to slap it back together.
Nope. They probably called a tow truck and had it hauled.
Okay, so I need a diff.
You need both of these shafts.
I need axles. I probably just ruined the drive shaft.
Probably not, but we'll see.
Okay.
But I think the shafts, maybe a flex disc, the differential, we'll find a good used one, and reattach everything. It may be okay.
All right. Well, how much do you think this is all going to cost?
Let's find out in the office.
Oh, you got it covered up, so it's bad. Okay. Let's get this party started here.
I'll start with this here.
The diff?
The diff, the axles, and the flex disc and labor will be $2,000.
Okay.
It's a used one.
Break it down for me. So what, the diff's $500?
Yep. The axles are $250 a piece.
Okay.
And flex disc is $100, and then you add labor to all that.
$2,000.
$2,000.
All right. Well, it could be worse. I mean, that's an incredible amount of noise for something that it was just things that were unbolted.
Yeah.
But that differential is dead, I guess,
It's completely dead.
All right. Well.
Valve cover gaskets. I suggest we do all the fluid. It's been sitting so long. $1,000 to do all of that.
Well, that's pretty standard, I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
And a battery. It may solve the convertible top issue. $250.
Right.
$3,500 for everything.
Well, it was $1,900.
That's it?
That's it. Yes, I did ship it up here though, so that's another $600. So I'm $2,500 into it. $35. That's $6,000 to have a probably perfectly fine and working SLK 32 that I can clean up the cosmetics with.
It seems like it runs good.
It's a good deal?
I think it could be.
I'm okay. I started this video, when I put it in gear, I thought I was toast, but okay, well, fingers crossed that the battery fixes the electrical problems, because those tops, they can be very expensive, but otherwise, I'm a genius. Hoopties!
It's starting to make this look hopeful.
Let's do more hoopties, Wizard.
More hoop.
More hoopties.
Oh, we just got lucky with this one. I don't know.
He hasn't stopped giggling ever since this car got in
Is
here.
that inside the diff?
Is that a magnet with...
That's a piece of your diff. There's a few more big chunks right here.
Holy crap!
They grenaded that thing.
Yep, and this was all of the oil that came out of the diff. I'm not sure if somebody had drained it previously or if that's why it grenaded.
Why?
Well, would you spend $3,500 fixing this?
Me? No. You? I expect you to.
Thank you for watching.